Welcome back. You've heard prominent Democrats make the promise over and over and over again. The Gov't not getting any bigger, but according to a new Pew Research poll, the American people aren't buying it. The majority, 53%, feel the federal government threatens their personal rights and freedoms. That's the highest rate since Pew launched this poll in 1995. Joining us now, a man who hopes to put an end to that, Virginia Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli, author of the new book, The Last Line of Defense, one of our great attorney generals in the United States. General Cuccinelli, good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Tell us, are the days of constitutional government over? Is the federal government overreaching every day in every way? Give us some hope on that front. Tell us what can be done.
First of all, it's not overreaching every day in every way, but right now it's overreaching on more days in more ways than it probably ever has before in years in my lifetime. And what we wrote about in The Last Line of Defense is the role of states, attorneys general primarily, pushing back when the federal government breaks the law or violates the Constitution. And I mean, just look in the last month. Last month, we in Virginia beat the EPA, which I refer to as the Employment Prevention Agency because they're so good at that. And we recount that in the book. And I would note, we had a Democrat co-plaintiff. This isn't just a Republican undertaking. We had a Democrat local board of supervisors join us in that case. And also last month, the president lost in a constitutional case with the National Labor Relations Board, his so-called recess appointments that weren't recess appointments at all, which wiped out a year's worth of their work, as it should have, because he essentially tried to unconstitutionally impose them on that board.
And so you have the EPA, the FCC, the NLRB, and now this massive health care environment run by the federal government in the United States. What do people do to respond?
Well, you know, I actually get asked a lot. People come up to me and, the government did X, fill in the blank, whatever it might be. Can we sue them? And the answer most of the time is no. Because most of what they do is addressed in elections. You don't like what they're doing, vote differently and show up and vote. And not everybody does, of course. But there are a lot of times, I mean, this is our second lawsuit with the EPA where they're breaking the law. And while this has been a both Republican and Democrat phenomena in the past, we've never seen an administration so aggressive about it. And we walked through example after example of how bigger government, federal government, is breaking the law over and over and how states are pushing back. But you asked about individuals. There are times when the state cannot step in, where it takes an individual person or an individual company to actually fight back. And other Americans count on those people to do that. But for a lot of these fights, the states can step in, and the founders expected us to do that. They designed our system of government so that the states would be the last line of defense, pushing back when the federal government overreached.
Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli, his new book, The Last Line of Defense. Good to see you, General. We'll see you coming soon.
Thank you, sir. Good to be with you,
Be
Peter.
well.